Have you ever found yourself in a season where God seems silent? When you pray and your words seem to disappear into the air, unanswered. You feel alone, wandering in a wilderness, wondering if God is even listening. But let me share something with you. God's silence does not mean He is absent. It may feel like He's far away, but in truth, He is closer than you think. Think about David crying out in Psalm 22, verse 1. My God, why have you forsaken me? A man after God's own heart. Yet in his moment of deepest pain, he felt abandoned. Job too had everything taken from him. His health, his family, his wealth. Yet when he asked God why, he heard nothing in return. And even Jesus on the cross echoed the words of David, feeling the weight of separation from his Father. But here's the truth. Even in those moments of silence, God was working. Sometimes God's silence is not about absence, but about testing our faith. James 1:3-4 reminds us that the testing of our faith produces perseverance, and perseverance leads to maturity. When we face silence, it's not a sign that God has forgotten us. It's an invitation to trust Him more deeply, to learn that our relationship with Him is not just about receiving answers, but about knowing His heart. God's silence may be His way of calling us closer, asking us to look beyond the noise of our lives and seek Him more earnestly. Maybe it's in the quiet that we can hear Him more clearly. Jeremiah 29:13 says, You will seek me and find me, when you seek me with all your heart. When God is silent, He's not saying no. He's inviting you into a deeper connection, into a more intimate relationship. Even when you don't hear Him, He's listening to you. First, Thessalonians 5:17 encourages us to pray without ceasing. Keep praying, even when the answers don't come. His silence does not mean He's not working on your behalf. Sometimes His answers are already written in His Word. Hebrews 4:12 tells us that His Word is alive and active. Keep reading, keep seeking. You might find that the answers you're looking for are already in front of you. Look back at what He's already done in your life. Reflect on the times He has been faithful to you before. Psalm 77:11 says, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Let His past faithfulness remind you that He has never abandoned you, and He won't start now. And even though God may be silent, He has not forgotten you. Deuteronomy 31:6 reminds us that He will never leave you nor forsake you. Your breakthrough, your answers, your peace, it's all coming in His perfect timing. The silence is not forever. His plan for you is unfolding, even if you can't see it yet. So, if you find yourself in a season of silence, know that you are not alone. Romans 8:28 assures us that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Even in the silence, He's working. Trust that He is guiding you, strengthening you, and preparing something greater for you. Your story is far from over. The silence you're feeling is simply a moment in your journey, not the end. Keep walking by faith. Keep believing. Even in the quiet, God is still speaking. And when He speaks, it will be worth the wait.